every time I get a comment on a YouTube video, I think I should make more YouTube videos, and then I don't. So now I just stopped, and I'm gonna do it, and no editing, because I never edit. So this video is for a keto update, I guess. And I guess I'll share what I've been thinking about for a while. By the way, just numbers-wise, I started about 320 and I'm about 180 now, and so I've got about 140 pound loss. And I have had that loss. I have been maintaining it, sort of trying to maintain it, but I haven't been trying to maintain it per se. My goal was to keep going, but it has turned out to be a maintenance thing, but that's okay. And I guess that's what I want to chat about is there were times in the past where I've lost more than 100 pounds before, and I've never maintained it. In fact, I would hit 160 pounds, and it happened both times that I lost more than 100 pounds, and I would immediately regain it. Like, there was one of those times, it was within hours of doing it, and I might have even been both times, like almost within hours of hitting 160, I immediately started regaining the weight, and both times more than the last time. More weight than I had before, I mean. So this time around, my plan had just been, I'd get to 180, which I did, and then to keep going. But things kept happening in my life. That is not an excuse. I don't, it's not, it's just how things work. It's not like I'm under more stress or that sort of thing, but like I had people visit for a week, and I'm having people visit for a week in about a week from now. I have traveled multiple places multiple times and not been in charge of, I'm in charge of when I eat and how much I eat and all that stuff. I don't think travel is a viable excuse, or stress or all the things are a viable excuse, but when you don't have control over your food, it's true. If nothing else, I maintain when I am not in charge of all my food or all my meal times or that sort of thing. And you just don't have control over those things. Maintenance to me is fine. I think give myself a little leeway on keto for a couple days when I traveled, which I don't consider cheating. I let myself do it. I let myself go up in weight a bit, and then I took myself back down. But I kind of, part of me is like, oh my gosh, I thought I'd be like at 160 by now, or even lower than 160 by now, because I've been at 180 since, or I should say in the 180s since maybe April or May. I don't remember exactly when I got there. Might have even been June. But I've been in the 180s that whole time, I think. I did get to 180 just last month, I think. But anyway, so I'm right around there, and for a while I was frustrated that, oh my gosh, these things keep happening. I've been out of town just a ton, and I keep thinking, oh, that's, I gotta focus and not let that hold me back. But what I've come to realize is that around the time I hit a little under 190, my face drastically changed, and you can see that if you look at some of my later videos or earlier videos. My face drastically changed, and so did my legs drastically changed, and my whole kind of overall body drastically changed. And I moved to a size 14 and a size large t-shirt, and it's all of a sudden, yeah, you could tell I was losing weight, and then all of a sudden almost normal, non-plus size person size, even though I'm definitely still a plus size person, still considered obese, the whole shebang. But things drastically changed, and you could tell. And every time I posted about things on Facebook or somewhere else, people were commenting on my weight. If it was a picture and I was in it, I would be talking about something else and people would talk about my weight. And I really, I reacted to that, and I actually put on some weight, 5 pounds, during that time while I was struggling with it. And I did video about it, and wrote some posts about it. But So it's been helpful for me to actually not get below 180 over the last couple of months, because it's given me time to get used to seeing that face. I'm looking at myself right now. Get used to seeing that face or those legs, and get used to also for it not to be as new to everyone else seeing me for the first time. So I'm kind of glad. I sort of expected that I'd get to 160 and this would happen, and instead it happened a little earlier. And maybe it's good that it happened a little earlier, like before, like I'll look even more average sized or smaller-ish at 160, like 20-ish pounds from now. So I think it's been good that I've been able to like sit in this place, as it were, even though the whole time I've been sort of like going up and down with my weight. That has been good because I need that practice, like to regroup as opposed to just regaining weight, which I haven't felt like that was going to happen at all, which has been good. I have felt like, oh my gosh, am I ever going to lose weight again, or get below 180? And I do feel like I will. And that is that sort of that sense that I'll get to a place where I'm ready to like make the next 5-pound loss or 10-pound loss. That confidence, it's not confidence, but it's, yeah, I'm sure that I will. And also confident that I can sort of maintain what's going on until I'm ready to drop again. I do feel like I drop weight when I concentrate on dropping weight, like when I focus my eating and the time and all that sort of thing, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not dropping all the time and for holding steady, because that's new for me. Even not just maintaining weight, but also like gaining 5 pounds or even 10 pounds, because I did go up about 10 pounds at one point, and I took it back down, and that is new for me. That is brand spanking new. I other than like when I was up closer to like 320 and stuff, and I would go up and down like between like 290 and 320 quite a bit. But as a just obese person as opposed to a super obese person, that's unusual for me. So I am really appreciating that experience, and continue to be keto. Keto that's how I eat. I will say I have been focused more on my diet this week especially, and last week, because I do have somebody coming to stay with me for a week, and I have planned to eat non-keto twice with her. And my goal is to not go beyond that. But I also am appreciating the ability to live life and say, you know what, this is a unique experience that I am unlikely to have, and I'm taking advantage of it. I don't anticipate that happening, but I am okay with I'm not a bad person if I decide to take advantage of, like, oh, I went somewhere new with my friend that I've never been before, and so I'm going to try this thing that I probably won't ever do again unless I'm taking a tourist visitor person there again. I'm okay with, like food isn't good or bad anymore to me. There is me focused on like weight loss, but I'm a keto eater who allows for opportunities in life that don't come along very often. I am not going to talk about the 2 things that I plan to eat outside of keto, because I also try not to celebrate with food. I try to use food as like, that's a special experience that I can't have just anywhere or just any time. So for me, those are special occasions and exceptions to what I do most of the time. So I think when you're obsessed with food, or certainly in the past, I mean, food is definitely still an issue for me, and I have some disordered thinking about it, but I'm trying to have less disordered behavior around it, which is to say I'm not going to like go on and on about the awesome food that I plan to eat, even though I am allowing myself to enjoy the anticipation of it on my own, but I'm not going to share it because y'all have your own things that you can look forward to, and I hope that you feel good about yourself when you decide to go to eat something non-keto. And I hope, like me, you figure out how to be kind of grounded in keto as well, and return to it, and return to the weight that you've worked so hard to lose and to maintain, or whatever the case may be. So be encouraged, and have great lives, and I'll try to make videos more frequently. But keto is awesome. Look, can you see? No, that says coffee with butter in it. It was awesome.